Hi everyone, Miss Stillman here. This is the Unit 8 Part 2, the brand new unit, Homework 1 Key. So if you take a look at question 1, I've already marked in the angles that they gave to us that were congruent. Please make sure you look at that vertex angle, CAB and CED, those are the angles that are congruent. And we're looking to see which method can be used to show that triangle ABC must be similar to triangle EDC. So if you take a look, that's only one pair of angles. We need to find another pair. So hopefully you thought to yourself, oh, the angles by C. Let's mark them in. Those are vertical angles. And they're congruent. And if they're congruent right over there, that's like angle 1 and angle 2. We now have one pair of angles, now two pair of angles. That is angle-angle similarity. Moving on to question 2, I've already marked in how the angles match up. 70 degrees is congruent to 70 degrees. And 2 is the corresponding side to 3. And 6 is the corresponding side to 9. That's because 2 is the smallest side on the left triangle, DOG, and 3 is the smallest side in CAT. Same thing with 6 being larger than 2 and 9 being larger than 3. Now we're going to check if these sides are in proportion. So 2 corresponds to 3. Is that equal to 6 corresponding to 9? Well, 2/3 can't be reduced any further. But 6 over 9 is 2/3. So if that works, now we have the sides and the sides that are corresponding with the angle in the middle. So the answer is yes, the triangles are similar by or because side, angle, side, similarity. Number 3, I marked in the given angles. Please make sure you know where those angles are. One's up by Q because, by P, because the middle letter there is P, and the other one is by S, the vertex letter is S. And you have to notice that the two triangles have angle R in common. That's reflexive property. So now there's 4 choices of why the triangles are similar. See the similar symbol? Okay, angle, angle, similarity. That looks right. There's no such thing as angle, side, angle, similarity. Now, choice 2 and 3 and 4 are possibilities, but not when we see that all we're given is angles that are congruent. So that's choice 1, angle, angle, similarity. Okay, number 4 is all about looking at a diagram, but there's no diagram. Draw a diagram. Draw a diagram, okay, everyone? Here we go. 5 and 4 on CAB, 10 and 8 are on DEF. We make a proportion 5 over 10 because 5 matches 10 as 4 is to 8. 5 over 10 is a half and 4 over 8 is a half. That works. It looks like side angle side similarity. If you want to check it a different way, you would see that 5 times 2 is 10 and 4 times 2 is 8. That's a dilation of 2. That works as well. Now let's take a look at the last page. Number 5 had a diagram, but we need to match everything up very carefully. I labeled small, medium, and large to help me out. And then I made 3 fractions, and I wanted to check if those were all in proportion. All 3 fractions reduced to 2/3. So 18 over 27, 20 over 30, and 22 over 33, all reduced to 2/3. So now we know that these triangles are in fact similar by side, side, side similarity. Now the last question is a proof. We are given 2 facts. I've written the 2 facts down. Angle SPN is congruent to angle FMI, and PN and MI are altitudes. And now we're trying to look to see if the 2 triangles are similar. We're trying to prove that. Well, which 2 triangles? There's a lot of triangles over here. Please highlight SPN and triangle FMI. Those triangles are trying to see how to prove them similar. Well, we already have one pair of angles that are congruent. SPN up here and FMI, those are congruent angles. So already this part gives us an A toward angle similarity. Well, altitudes gives us something else. Altitudes give us what? Right angles. So we're going to find right angles. Angle 1 and angle 2 are right angles because altitudes form right angles. Let's see where those angles are. PN is the altitude. Well, that means by N is the right angle. We really only care about the left side of N, and same thing with MI being altitude, the left side of I. So let's put a 1 and a 2 in there. And now we already know from back in the early proofs unit that when we have right angles, they're congruent. Angle 1, congruent angle 2, because all right angles are congruent. And lastly, we check, oh, look, that's another set of angles. We now have angle-angle similarity. The triangles SPN, similar to triangle FMI, because angle-angle similarity. And you have it, that's the proof.